Hello and welcome back to episode 59 of I75Live. Today we have a very, very special guest. Again, our Steelers fan, Flynn McHugh.
He's back from Ireland,
He's back
guys.
from Ireland. He went to the game in Ireland, so he's going to share his interaction, his stories, whatever he wants to share with us. And obviously they won, so that was pretty cool. Going all the way over there.
That would have sucked.
Yeah, that would have sucked a little bit. But it looked like you had a lot of fun on the social media clips that I have, so we're excited to pick your brain on different things that were exciting, experiences, whatever the case may be. So we'll get to that. But first, we've got college football. We've got, obviously, NFL. We talked about the Ryder Cup, so we're not going to cover that. And then, obviously, we'll get into our picks of the week, bet of the week, and I'll let Dylan take over.
Yep. Before we get on into all that, make sure you leave a like on the video, drop some comments, follow the social media pages, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of the support, and we will not stop making these episodes, so might as well let us know you like them. But other than that, the episode is also sponsored by KUTT Bet, and will continue to be sponsored by KUTT Bet. Thank you, guys. KUTT Bet is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that allows its users to wager directly with other users on any public result in sports, entertainment, politics, and more. Sign up today using code I75Live and stay tuned later into the show for our KUTT Bet of the week. I think we got a pretty good one this week.
One last week,
you don't see... Oh, yeah, finally. In
After
Dawson,
us getting kind of screwed.
Let's go ahead and congratulate the Patriots on their major win.
We'll have time to talk about my team, but yes.
Was that the bet last week?
But first, so I was reminded of this after Flynn sent me a DM, and I actually want to talk about this as well, adding in with this, because your whole point was that, NFL is better than college, and I think we both agree here.
100%.
But
I will down a hill.
Specifically this year for college, it may be a little less true, just because preseason number 1 and number 2 are now completely unranked.
That's for sure.
I mean, when's the last time that happened?
Well,
that is ridiculous.
And this is another, I think, example of the whole NIL and the playing field. It really, truly feels like this year anyone can beat anyone.
I love it.
And
this is what we need.
It is.
100%.
It's created.
That's why the NFL is better. Because anybody can beat anybody.
Yes, and we see that week in and week
unpredictable.
out to where, you have Florida State beat Alabama, and then now Florida State looks like crap, and Alabama kind of looks like Alabama again, but you never know because of the teams that they still have to play.
Texas A&M is ranked 5th.
Yeah, the just cohesion of what, now I complain about it all the time, and I think there needs to be rules, and there needs to be contracts of kids transferring and kids playing for 4 different teams for 4 years.
It's crazy.
It is crazy, but the competition and just the cohesiveness of what college football is, I think is very good this year. Yeah, and to your point, 1 and Definitely 2 better. Now being unranked, as in Texas and Penn State. Yeah,
I mean, Texas is, I guess, after the first week, you kind of saw a little bit of the writing on the wall, but we didn't get to that point because they had 3 cupcake games after they got dominated by Ohio State. Yeah. But Penn State is, I don't know. I don't know how their head coach isn't gone already.
It's leading to a fire and probably a buyout of
they owe him $56 million still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and I what's interesting is I was listening to sports radio the other day, and they were talking about how now when you fire a coach, it's not just we buy out the coach and that's all it is. It's now, all of our players are going to leave because we don't have a coach. And now that we're able to pay players, you're now having to, so say Franklin, 50 whatever million for a buyout.
That's crazy.
Then all of a sudden, all the players that you've started paying, that you have been paying, let's say it's 30, 35, 40 million of players, now you have to recuperate that. And you're losing all that money that you paid, and you have to go pay for more players.
Yep. I don't think they'd be missing Drew Aller, though. I don't think.
No, probably not. And that explains why he probably stayed another year in college and then go to the NFL. But yeah, so there's just so many different levels to it now that when you do fire a coach, that's why I think Clemson, there's no way in hell they fire their coach because it's just the trickle-down effect of what you see to paying players to just everything. It's way more drastic.
It's way more political now.
That too,
way
as well.
More political.
So yeah, but I do like how it feels very even, kind of like the NFL. Yeah. I will still die on a hill though and say NFL football is a million times better than college.
Let me just read off the DM that he sent me too, and this will 100% back up your point. So let's go down the AFC playoff picture right now. The Colts are the 1 seed. The Bills are the 2 seed. The Steelers are the 3 seed. Chargers are the 4 seed. You've got the Jags, Broncos, and Patriots for your wild cards.
Who would have thought?
And the NFC, you got the Eagles as the 1 seed. Okay. But Niners 2 seed, Bucks 3 seed, Lions 4 seed.
That's more.
That
It's
one's
a little bit better.
more.
But
how
here's
was
where it gets
supposed to
weird.
be.
Green Bay is the 5, where everyone thought they were going to be, this, world-stopping team. Seattle is the 6 seed, and then you've got the Rams are out of the playoff picture in this. That's my crazy
Everybody
point.
slept
And then the
on
Vikings
Seattle.
are the 7 seed.
The Rams surprise. We'll get into them because obviously losing to Mac Jones and San Francisco.
Mac Jones is a
Mac
different
Jones,
story,
though,
man.
baby.
And look, I remember.
Where's your jersey?
It's actually I think behind
Put it on right now.
I think it's
You gotta
behind
put that
him
jersey on
somewhere.
right now.
There we go,
There we
baby.
go, we
There we
got
go.
So,
representing.
yeah, no, it's very. I enjoy it. But I will die on a hill that the NFL is 100 times better than product wise than college.
sure.
But yeah, this year it's just it's crazy. It really is. Before we get into the NFL though, we do have
Speaking of college,
a very special. Oregon has been on the top list, but we're sent
number 3 ranked team in the
number
country
3
now.
ranked
Okay.
team, a little custom package. We believe it's got some Oregon stuff. I would assume
We don't really know what's in there, honestly.
I don't know. I pre-opened it, but I have not. I don't know what's in it. But we are assuming that is something Oregon.
Yep, let's see.
So we'll pop this sucker open, see what we got. Oh wow, this is packed.
Oh, hey.
Packed.
What do we got?
We got an Oregon Ducks swag bag.
Ooh.
Right.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Nice.
I
little
like
sign.
it.
Okay.
So
I
we'll
like
pull that
it.
out. Let's see.
Got more pictures?
Yeah, another little Oregon Duck swag bag. We got Oregon. We can put this guy up.
Yes,
here.
that's awesome.
We've got some Brave stuff. So we'll
Oh,
put
yeah.
that
Nice.
on the wall. Oh wow, we've got a lot of stuff. Okay.
Ooh! Oh, give it to me. Give it to me.
That's got to
Give it
go
to
up.
me. Give it to me.
Hold on. What is
Give it to me.
this?
Hold on.
I was joking about
Hold
this.
on. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
this.
Let me.
Dylan, you want to wear it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Dylan, put that.
Oh,
that
it's
on.
beautiful.
Let's see.
All
Nice,
right.
dude.
We got a little
That's
mini
awesome.
football, little Oregon football. That's cool. That'll look nice on the wall.
How do I look, Chris? It's good. All right.
Little Oregon football. There we go.
Yes. That's
Find a
awesome.
spot for that. We got a ton of hats.
Oh, that's
Dang.
sick.
We got.
Ooh. Oh
This
yeah,
is
flip
actually
those
pretty
around.
cool.
That's
cool.
That one's
sick.
pretty cool. It's got
Rubber
ducks on
ducks,
it. Oregon.
dude.
Rubber ducks. Just a little classic.
Oh my god.
Orange
Oh, those
Bill.
are sick. I might be an Oregon fan now.
I'm telling you, if I just for the
All right,
merch,
calm
You got
down.
cool colors.
just
Calm
for
dude.
the
down.
You got
merch,
cool
I would
colors.
just wear another little classic Oregon.
That's sick.
And then we've got
Little
a
cup.
little coffee mug.
I like it.
Nice.
A little Oregon
Ooh,
football
I like
coffee
that.
mug.
Fire.
So
I
look
like
at
that a lot.
So thank you to Aunt Shannon.
Anything else?
And that's it. That's all
Hell
we
yeah.
got.
This
Nice.
is my favorite
So that
thing.
was really cool. Well, we will find
mouth on it,
spots for all the stuff on the. And it looks like Dylan's
Guys
gonna
are running
wear
out of
that
room up there.
for the rest of the show.
Damn. I am. gonna wear it.
Okay, so NFL football. Like again, our favorite. We love talking about it. Before we get into the games, the biggest news that happened the other day.
Bengals fans can
Bengals
rejoice.
fans trading finally. Jake Browning was just terrible, awful. I mean, so many interceptions. Especially with the receivers you got. It just was. I mean, they had to. Zach Taylor kind of doubled down and no, he's our guy. They finally went on trade for someone. I do think it's a little crazy that you're trading a 5th round pick for a 40-plus-year-old quarterback. And I also heard they're paying for like his $20 million salary now.
Oh.
And the Browns are only paying like I think $2 or $3 million of that.
That's
So
crazy.
that shocks me a little bit is that the Browns were willing to do that. It also probably explains why this might be the only quarterback when you look at like Kirk Cousins, when you look around the league of who they could have gotten.
I thought
The
maybe
price tag
Russell
was
Wilson.
probably
Yeah.
just
Russell Wilson's on like a 1-year, $6 million deal, but I think
it's a 20.
is it
It's
okay?
20, yeah.
So I do think Russell Wilson ends up getting traded to the Raiders at some point just to reunite with Pete Carroll. But I
wouldn't dislike that. Yeah.
I think the Raiders need a change now, but the Bengals needed a change.
Well,
And
even
so-
with the
just
Raiders,
so-
you spent how much money on Geno Smith?
Yeah.
yeah, they're
That
paying him
was
$75 million.
stupid.
Yeah.
I knew from
The
day
funny
one
thing-
he's not it.
It's a
We were
bad.
joking though about the quarterback getting in the car and driving across to Ohio and going to the other team. We thought it'd be Sanders. We didn't know it'd be Flacco.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
wasn't
kinda funny. We
expecting it to
spoke
be
it.
Flacco.
Just got the wrong quarterback.
I was shocked.
I'm
And,
just shocked in
yeah.
how bad Browning was playing after when he stepped in. Was it last year or 2 years
2
ago?
years ago, he played
And
pretty
he
good.
played pretty good,
He
bro.
played
They were winning.
very
They were
good.
winning games. He knew how to get the ball to you got the best receivers in the league on that team, like the trio probably. I mean,
it doesn't help though that you don't have an O-line too.
Yeah,
that
100%.
played a huge factor in probably a lot.
Trading
Joey
for a
knows how to run for his
40-year-old.
life though, so.
That is true, but can he run for his life anymore?
Yeah.
That will be the most important question. It's like, yeah, you just gave away a 5th round pick, and 2 weeks from now he might be hurt.
Well,
that's what we talked about last time too. You invest everything in one part of your team, and then you have all these giant holes in the other parts. And
and you
it's
can't
not any
protect
good.
your $1 million quarterback. You can't get the ball to your $1 million
They
receivers.
have neglected way too long the O line.
But to the other coin of it though, the Browns now, shedeur
They're
Sanders
doing the right
being
thing now.
the
Finally.
backup now.
They should have traded Joe in the preseason.
When do we see him play now? Because I don't think Dylan Gabriel is anything special.
They protected him. I think we talked about it on Sunday after the game. They were definitely protecting him. They wanted him to have a good performance.
I mean, he didn't play terrible.
No.
He did not.
They
play
almost
terrible.
won that. I mean, they should have won that
They
game.
didn't let him play quarterback
he wasn't
though, to
airing
like
it
go
out.
out and win the game. Like
Yeah.
when you had the lead against that really good defense in the Vikings, and it was just kind of like, okay, run the ball. We have the lead. Let's just try to get out of here with a win. We have, and then you saw what happened. They went down, scored a touchdown, and they couldn't do anything.
There must be something about Sanders, bro.
There has to be.
Now it's not just the Browns coach; it's everybody.
I don't think he's helping himself either with the whole like mouthing, an interview and everything like that. But now this really does set up to, I think we are going to see him start a couple games when this year's all said and done.
Yeah, probably.
I think they give Gabriel, depending on how he looks, because I'm not familiar. I'll look at their schedule.
He's got the
really
Steelers
quick,
this week.
But
see, that's another just historically hard defense.
And so
you can
realistically,
say what you want about the Steelers, their defense is always going to be very good. And you got Jalen Ramsey, you've got TJ Watt. I mean, yeah. So to set up, and I said this to you, for the Browns to set up Dylan Gabriel with the Vikings being his first start overseas, and now you got to go play the Steelers defense
in Pittsburgh.
They didn't help him at all.
This is what the Bears did with Justin Fields. It's very reminiscent and ironic. Justin Fields' first start was against the Browns, but
he's not even playing that bad. It's the Jets or the Jets.
But yeah, Justin Fields, it's just, Dylan Gabriel, I can see the future almost with this. It's just, I know how it's going to end. And they play Pittsburgh next, and then they get Miami, but they play New England, who's now playing well. And then they have a bye week. And I think after the bye week is when they probably give Sanders a shot. Or even just a few weeks after that.
Did you hear Deion Sanders, what he said, though? He's like, I don't care about the Browns.
Yeah, but I like that.
I care about my
shedeur
son,
whatever,
but I don't care about the Browns. Like, he literally adamant, didn't want to talk about it.
It's just getting ridiculous.
It's going to be another interesting storyline to pay
I agree,
attention
though.
to
I see after the bye week, because they could beat Miami, but I think they're taking a loss to the Steelers, and I think the Patriots beat them, too.
I think he'll start at least a month out of the season. And it might be the last month of the season.
Which I think it's deserved. You drafted him high.
At this point.
Let's see what you got. You traded
They didn't
away
even
your
draft
veteran.
him high.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you traded
done.
away your veteran quarterback.
Yeah.
Let him play. If the season goes to hell, why would you not throw Sanders out there to see what he's got? Now they might not, because they just have some weird. I don't know how to describe it.
No one likes shedeur Sanders.
It will be fun. NFL questions though for Week 5. First game we're gonna get into. The Eagles just seem to be such a hot commodity to talk about, whether it's their offense, whether it's Jalen Hurts. But the Broncos beat the Eagles 21-17. I still think the Eagles are a very good team.
No doubt.
So too.
Their defense is very good. I think Jalen Hurts gets so much criticism, and when he's had so many different coordinators. And you know what's funny to me is the first 4 games of the season, they're 4-0. And it's, they don't pass the ball enough.
Yeah.
All they do is run the ball.
Yeah.
And then all they do is pass the ball, and it's, well, you didn't run the ball enough.
Did you see the clip of Chris Jones like talking smack at the end of the Chiefs game, and Jalen Hurts is like, "We won the fucking game," and that's all it is, bro.
I agree.
You won the fucking game.
I agree. And to me, I look at it and I go, what do you want him to do? Like, do you want him to run the ball for 400 yards a game and pass the ball for 400 yards a game? Like, they all they do is run it. They're 4-0. Well, they don't pass the ball enough. They don't get their receivers enough. And then this week, they literally do that. They pass a lot. Saquon only has, I think, 10 or 11 carries.
He only had.
You got to run the ball.
Yeah.
You got to.
He had like a 50-yard reception touchdown.
That was his
though.
whole game. Pretty
Yeah, I
much.
know.
I don't know
Thank
what
God
it is,
needed
and I
that.
think
The
I
reason
know. I
he
mean,
beat me in fantasy this week.
yeah, I
That
did.
one touchdown.
It's very hard to take you serious right now. With that.
Just wait until I start saying the Bears are back.
Here we go.
But no, I think it's very easy, and it's I think just natural. It's fun to make fun of the Eagles. It's fun to hate on it because they in the tush push. It just Sirianni and his antics. And also it's fun to want the 4-0 defending Super Bowl champion team to lose and have kind of just that. I know I want like kind of what everyone has with the Chiefs.
I'm enjoying that more, to be honest.
I am
dude.
too.
I was jumping up.
I was
when Jacksonville won
Well,
that game, I was jumping up and down.
I
dude.
think it
they won that
really
game.
will go in because I've
And the refs freaking helped him out 3 times in that game too.
lots of times. So the
the Chiefs fans.
no. The
No,
Chiefs
no.
fans complaining about the refs giving
There's
them
no,
calls.
there's no point in even arguing with Chiefs fans about
There's
refereeing
not.
because they're
There's not.
completely delusional to it.
But no, the Broncos. I think we were very curious to see if Bo Nix kind of looked like he took a step back.
Yeah.
It looked like he was back to his last year self a little bit.
You look good.
I think the Broncos just more clutched up at the end than the Eagles
They
played
did,
a bad.
yeah.
I don't think the Eagles played a bad football game.
they
I mean,
didn't.
it was 17-3 at one
I
point.
mean,
or
this is
6.
kind of what
Yeah.
you expect when two good teams play each other. It's just one team made more plays than the other one. It's not that necessarily either of them made a mistake.
Yeah.
Well, it's
just,
fourth quarter football too.
Yeah,
You know. And
yeah. It was a good game. It was a very competitive game.
Very
This
good
felt like a
game.
playoff matchup.
It did.
But
It seems
onto
like
one
a
that-
real quick. Sorry, it seems like
No,
a
you're
pattern
good.
where they slow down a little bit at the end of games. Eagles,
Yes.
not
Yeah, that's
they're
true.
a great football team, but that's one thing where they just slow down, and they're used to it. They're always ahead, so they're just playing. They're used to playing the conservative way out of the game, and I don't know. I think Sirianni's brilliant in his creativity
great
and
coach.
stuff. So I don't know. Maybe he needs to get a little more aggressive in those tighter games toward the end.
Which he's shown they can be.
Right.
We saw in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
saw. So they're going to be fine.
But even in the first Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl, they played really conservative the second half, and the Chiefs got it back.
That's true.
you
Yeah,
know?
I mean they definitely did until they
And
finally
instead, what does he
dialed
do?
up that deep
Last
shot.
one, he throws the 50-yard bomb
To
and just puts the
really
dagger in the
Devontae
throat.
Smith. Yeah.
And,
Yeah, exactly.
and Jalen Hurts, real quick, after the Hail Mary, running all the way to the end zone to try to get a
People are
deflection.
clowning him
I
for that,
love
but imagine if it
Shut
worked.
up.
Imagine.
Shut up.
Imagine if he actually caught it,
it's
dude.
stuff like that.
Imagine.
Everyone
How are
is
you clowning him for that?
nitpicking
He made
every little thing?
He made it
make
to the
fun of him.
10-yard line.
Yeah,
he
he
could have
did.
made a play if it bounced up.
If the
like,
ball gets knocked
imagine
up
if he
into the
caught
air,
it,
dude, he
though.
catches that shit.
and then
Imagine.
you got Aaron Rodgers like this on our touchdown.
But on to the next game, and probably the MVP favorite for the year.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield is just ridiculous. Like
Well, he-
playing like a man possessed.
I love that guy.
How many
He
fourth
is
quarter comebacks
four
does he have
out of
on the year?
five.
4 out of 5 games.
Crazy.
It really showed. Now that scares me a little bit as a team because in the playoffs,
it does.
Statistics don't happen like
yeah,
that.
it doesn't always roll your. But yes, Baker is
Also
playing
so much fun.
You see the
dude.
fans? You see the clip of the
Yeah,
Seattle
yeah.
fans?
Oh yeah,
before?
and did you see
And
too?
he comes to find him, and
You're
he's
gonna be
like,
very
And he doubled
quiet.
down
Yeah.
on it on Instagram. He posted a picture of them in the tunnel, and he said, "I can't remember what he captioned, but it was totally like he knew exactly what he was
Dude,
doing."
I loved it too
posting
because if
this.
you look at all the other players next to Mayfield when he's talking, they
he's
have the
watching.
biggest smiles on their faces. All the Bucks players have the
He
biggest
said,
smiles
your
on
ass
their
is gonna
faces.
be real
bro.
quiet at halftime.
Yeah.
And he was.
And he
He
was.
was quiet.
No,
he was even more quiet at the end of the
But
game.
this was last week. We said, "Hey, watch out for this game. Could be a lot of points.
Yep.
Could be very exciting," and it lived up to that.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was awesome.
It really did.
I really thought that game was a coin toss when I was looking at the.
we,
at the money lines.
we said it
Back
was.
and
Yeah.
forth.
But
the
even
entire
Seattle,
time.
though, I think Sam Darnold, what he's doing, what he did last year,
Oh,
what he's
yeah.
doing this
Dude,
year. My
awesome.
question to you: do you think the Vikings are maybe regretting
Yes.
a little bit?
Well, they
I wanted to
offered
sign
him-
Sam Darnold as a Steelers
Yeah.
fan after that, and look
They
at the Vikings
offered
now.
him- They offered him a contract extension, but it wasn't enough. I think he wanted to test free agency. So they did try, but I'm pretty sure they offered him maybe like a 1-year deal again.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they have JJ. It's not like their future is waiting for them at some point.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
We'll
Sam
see.
Darnold went to the right place.
But
I think their offensive coordinator is definitely benefiting.
Seattle should not hang their heads about that game or Sam Darnold.
No.
Four total touchdowns.
No.
What'd he throw? 350 almost around there.
It was
Yeah.
a great
Well,
game.
and the last interception to put the Buccaneers in field goal
Yeah.
range to end the game was a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
I
it
wish
was.
it kind of didn't end like that.
yeah.
But no, I don't think the Seahawks are going to be fine.
Yeah.
They're also in a, I don't say weak division, but the 49ers have a lot of injuries, but we'll get into them.
Yeah.
Them beating the Rams was
the
crazy.
49ers just-
The Rams, I think, are still good, and then the
And
Cardinals
Cardinals
are
stock
the
just
Cardinals.
plummeted to the ground after last week.
It's
to
4
me.
good teams
Yeah.
in that division. Though.
It is,
Like, you
it
can
is.
definitely see all 4 teams finishing with winning records this year.
And in the
Cardinals
NFC, to where I think the NFC is a little bit weaker than the AFC when it comes to wild card
Yeah, I agree.
teams.
Yeah.
The Seahawks will be fine, but the Buccaneers, Baker's a lot of fun to watch.
Yep.
And this is the Baker that everyone I think fell in love with at Oklahoma, to where he's screaming at fans and he's doing all this stuff, but he backs it up because he's winning games.
Yep.
And like we said, when he wasn't winning games and trying to do this, it was, oh, you're not an NFL quarterback. You're not this. You're not that. And now that he's winning games, he's starting to kind of that Oklahoma version of him is coming
grit,
out,
bro.
and I love it.
It's grit, and only a few players have it, and he's got it.
And you know the journey that he's had to where he is now,
sitting on the bench and
getting not even on a team, getting called, playing in that
Rams game,
and brings him back. So round of applause to Baker.
Yep.
He is really
all day,
really fun to watch. But
it'd be great if he won the MVP this year.
MVP candidate. I think he's front runner
at this
100%.
point.
I said that a couple weeks ago. Remember, I said you watch him.
You
I
did,
think
indeed.
he should be in the conversation.
You said Michael Penix was going to throw for 4,000 yards.
Well, I said that too, but I also said
hold on,
Baker
no,
Mayfield.
Penix has got a lot of passing yards, I will say. But no, yes, I think Baker Mayfield is definitely front runner right now for me. No questions asked.
I agree with
Next
that.
game, though, we're going to talk a little bit about my game.
Dawson.
There we go.
It was pretty fun.
That was
I will
awesome.
say.
Doesn't it feel good to pick
hold
your
on.
team to win?
So it was
and
the
then be
first.
right
It was
about
the first time.
Be right about it.
It was the first time in a long time where I was watching that game.
Yeah, and you actually cared.
On the edge of my seat,
Yeah, and
and
you were
I cared.
Yeah.
Like I was invested in it 100%.
Hell yeah.
Of my team, and I was,
As you should be.
I was yelling at the TV of, oh, you should have heard the words that came out of my mouth when Stevenson fumbled again.
Oh,
You don't even want to know,
bro, it's time for him to. Dude, it's time for him to go, bro.
It is.
The Steelers game? He cost the Steelers game.
We should be 4-1
You
right
should have
now.
beat us. Well,
Hey,
and you lost to the
hey,
Raiders,
Yes,
too.
that too. I mean, realistically,
Hey, man,
there's
Stevenson should be careful because like 4 or 5 more fumbles and he's out of here.
You remember how quiet Flynn was after that game, though, when the Steelers
Well,
did
no,
win
It was
that
an
game?
ugly game.
Like,
It was
yeah,
an
because
ugly,
he knew,
ugly
he
game.
knew,
That's
like we
how
got
I-
lucky.
It did not feel like a
That's
win. and
how
I'm
I
not
knew
gonna,
because you didn't text me.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, you knew
suck
they-
off
you
bad
stole
football.
one.
I'm not gonna suck off bad football.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
people would get hate from their people. Oh, you should love your team. Oh, it's a win. No, it was ugly. It was disgusting.
Patriots are a good
They did
team,
not deserve
man.
to
But
win that game.
but my team, Drake May.
What
looked,
surprised you the most?
What surprised me the most
Yeah.
is Drake May in the second half.
is the future?
Well, let's not go that far. It was a great game. We need to stack them now.
Yes,
But
we do.
the fourth quarter, I believe he was like 12 of 14, 150 yards, no interceptions, and had like a
Wow.
1-something passer rating.
Yup.
In the second half, in a division game,
Yup.
Sunday night in Buffalo.
In Buffalo.
That's huge.
I think your
white
defense
out.
gets the MVP of that game.
Defense
though.
also played
Yeah.
very
Oh,
good.
yeah.
And what surprised me too is all the fumbles we had, all the mistakes we did have, all the short field where we had to kick like when we got the fumble and we were on the 15-yard line and we had to kick a field goal, I literally was like, we're not going to win this game. If we can't score a touchdown when we're gifted on the 15-yard line against Josh Allen in their stadium, you just can't you can't win that
That's
game
how I
against
felt
Josh
too
Allen.
with the Steelers the last couple of years. That red zone strike, they literally could
Yeah.
not get in the end zone.
Yeah.
That's why I would take Boswell everywhere because they kick 5 field goals a game.
How does it feel to finally again have an offense that you can watch and feel good about?
We still have some of our issues, and
Yeah.
I still want us to use our running Henderson a lot more. Stephon Diggs was awesome,
Yeah.
back-to-back 100 games now. But
And they need to keep throwing to Henry, dude.
Yes.
When Henry's on, bro, he's a
Hunter Henry's
dog.
good.
Henry's a very good tight end.
is.
I think we have a lot, like even our skill position guys, we still really haven't thrown the ball too much to Williams, our draft pick, the really speedy guy.
Yeah.
So there's lots of places to grow, but like I say with every team, the quarterback is the nucleus, and if you have a quarterback, he will get all these guys involved, and that's what he's doing. And I loved just the confidence. I loved the play calls. I loved, even some guys coming out like Christian Gonzalez being like, I love playing for Mike Vrabel. We haven't had that.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever
Probably
had that
ever.
with
No.
Belichick.
No.
I think it was more we're playing for Brady than
Right.
it is we're playing for Belichick.
probably.
So we haven't had a coach like that in a long, long time, and it feels really, but it truly was.
I know you got scared when he got hurt.
I did a little bit.
And that other guy's out. Your other corner's out, or safety. What was it?
Carlton Davis.
Carlton
he came
Davis,
back in the
he
game,
came
though.
back in though.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
but,
okay.
but yes,
Finished the
he
game.
did.
I think it's time to buy a jersey, Dawson.
Yes,
I'm still holding
it.
off on it.
Do it.
Do
But
it.
it was for
Do
the
it.
first time in a long time I actually cared.
I don't want to discredit the Patriots at all. It was a great game, but I also think the Bills played a bad.
They did.
They played a
They
bad
did.
football
Played a
game
very
that
bad
night.
football
They did,
game.
and good teams take advantage of other teams
100%.
not playing good. So that's also what I'm
like I
happy
said,
about.
no discredit, but you gotta. I don't know what was going on with Josh Allen that
on the
night.
other sideline too. Yeah, is this kind of writing on the wall for the Bills at the end of the year? Like, do they really have enough firepower?
He threw that pick right to him in the red zone. I mean, that was bad.
true.
You never see Josh do that ever.
Are we going to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again?
This
Dawson?
is the other coin that
Just wait till Rasheed comes
This
back.
is the other coin that when this game happened, I was really happy my team won. And then I sat back as I was like on my phone about to go to bed.
This
and
is
I was
supposed
like,
to be who's beating the Chiefs this year.
this
in
is the
playoffs.
one team who I
This
think
was
has the
the
best
hope.
chance of beating the Chiefs. And my rookie, or you could say kind of rookie, my second-year quarterback just beat them in their stadium. So all of a sudden you get Mahomes. Like, I was like, please don't
Start
do it to
reaching
us.
a
It's
little
gonna
bit?
happen.
Please don't do it to us.
It's gonna happen.
But
But
that's
how
enough
about,
my
did you
team.
know, though, that the Bills now play Atlanta?
Yeah.
So
they do Monday
Atlanta's
night.
like, shit.
Yeah,
they're
no.
going to come in
I was
here
thought,
pissed.
a couple Atlanta guys were like, I was hoping they'd win that game,
Yeah.
so they'd be like on a
Yeah,
chill
now they're
vibe.
going to be pissed. There's no way they're losing two in a row.
They might drop
Dude, they're
40
gonna
or 50.
stomp
They're
on the
dropped-
Falcons.
they're
Yeah,
dropping
oh, it's
40.
going to be bad.
It's gonna be a bad
Now,
night.
another thing with the Bills, stat-wise, number-wise, for all the number people, they are allowing the most yards per carry in the NFL right now at about 6.2 yards a pop.
Then you're going against
Bijan is
Bijan.
You're
Yeah.
going against Bijan now. So
Chopped,
if we'll get into it when we talk about the Falcons because it is a prime time, so we are picking that game. But the Falcons are a really, really good run team. Oh yeah, with Bijan, with
They
just
got
who they
Algier
have.
as well.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're playing one of the heaviest run teams in the NFL against the team that's letting up the most yards per carry. Control the game, run the ball, keep Josh Allen off the field.
Yep.
There's a recipe for the Falcons to win this, but
Just
we'll save that
realized,
for later.
Is that a Chris Boswell jersey?
It is.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god!
It is. I saw that too.
You know how many compliments I got on that? I was the only one with a Chris Boswell jersey, dude.
That's funny. Last game that we are going to talk about that pretty important. I think
Jags,
Chiefs Jags.
dude.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
what surprised me about this game is Jaguars literally lost every single statistic category, yards, besides obviously the points to
Not
win
the
the game.
effort, not the effort game.
Not
though.
the effort of that
Not
too.
the effort game.
But the Chiefs won
Penalty yards.
won every aspect.
Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but the Jaguars, I think Trevor Lawrence on his birthday, I think he had some really stupid mistakes.
Yep.
Yes, but he was able to come in clutch.
Yep.
Had
Finish
two
the
rushing
That last
Yeah.
drive was
Finish
beautiful.
the last drive. He had
was
the
beautiful.
throw on the sideline that he had to
Yeah,
Brian
yes,
Thomas.
yes.
That was a
It was
gorgeous.
beautiful throw.
There's less than a minute left. At
And
that
getting
time,
his ass
too.
up after falling over and getting to the
Well,
line.
and
That
you
was
heard him too.
so
He
funny.
came out. He's like, I was going to throw it away.
Yeah.
And then he
And
tripped
then
again.
no one was behind me, and he was like, okay, I'm going to go.
Yeah. And you
Um,
saw Chris Jones walking?
So that's what I want to talk about.
Yep.
There are people defending Chris Jones.
No, I think
about
the
that.
Chiefs have a culture issue.
Yeah.
I don't.
100%.
I just think people
They got a bunch
get
of
to,
crybabies
Oh
on
yeah.
there.
Well, they get to look past it just because they won a ton. But like this has been happening for years. Like the
has.
Chiefs have never won. Like I guess and been humble about it, and they've never lost and not complained.
Right.
And when they do lose, they get upset, or even when they're losing
Dude,
in the middle of a
Mahomes
game, they get upset.
is a sore loser, brother.
Well, they
When
all
Josh
are.
loses, he goes and
I
shakes
remember
his
that.
hand and says, "Good game." Mahomes running over. Yeah, remember that game? And
I
he's
do.
like, "That was
Oh,
the
we
worst
all
call.
remember. Worst call I've ever
Bro,
seen
you
in
get
my
more
life.
calls than anybody in the league, and you're gonna run over crying
Well,
about calls, dude.
and
Shut up.
even there's two big examples for me for this game. It was the pick play that everyone saw on a touchdown, where as soon as it happened, Mahomes, no, 1 yard, 1 yard.
And he was on the-
You know you're bending the rules.
Yeah.
You know you're calling shit to bend the rules. You know that
They're
this
literally
is,
walking
there's
the
such
line.
a fine
Yeah.
line to this, and you're run. No. It was 1 yard. No. We know it.
And they listen to him. They pick up the flag.
Well, now
Yeah.
it was very, very close.
Yeah, but
And
it was
even
close,
that, though,
but
it's
it's
karma.
the fine line of that. But then the next one, the Chris Jones, what you brought up, the Chris Jones to me and him. Literally, I saw yesterday where he came and said, "Yeah, we just really, other guys need to finish that play."
Yeah, I thought we had
If
him
I didn't
even
multiple
see that.
times.
If I was on his team and
Yeah.
I heard and I saw the clip of him on
crazy.
that play and then heard him say, "Yeah, we just need to finish that
That's
play."
wild.
You're getting paid over $100 million. You have been a Super Bowl champion. There's no reason that you can't set the example and finish the play.
That's wild. Absolutely wild.
ridiculous.
It's crazy. And if I was his teammate and I heard him say that after seeing that clip, because it's impossible not to.
Yeah,
I don't care if you're on, it's impossible
He
not
said it. I'm pretty sure he said it in a press conference after they had just been like in team meetings that day.
That's
to. So
or
to
before.
me, it's you're not taking any accountability.
Oh.
It's all about you. And it proves my point too.
The
You
Chiefs,
brought it up
yeah,
when they
in
played
general.
the Eagles, when he was, you guys only had 100
Yeah,
yards.
shut up.
You're all about
Who
yourself.
cares? Yeah.
All you're caring about
Stat
is
guy.
you stack
Pride.
guy, your defense.
Pride.
I'm all pro. I'm doing this.
But is
we
it
did
even
our
really
job.
about pride too if you can't finish out a play that could decide a game? I think
Well,
what
I mean,
are
not
you
taking-
about
not
Chris Jones
taking-
other than maybe just money?
Not
And-
taking accountability is pride.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true. That is very true.
For you walking on the goal line when Trevor the guy was hanging on his ankle. It slowed him down for a minute, you know.
If Chris Jones, even for half of that play, like even if he had decided to sprint once Trevor Lawrence got up,
Maybe
the
he
first
gets,
time,
maybe he thinks he's going to
He's
get him,
there.
even though he's not,
He's
and he
there.
throws it. You just never know,
He's
dude.
there.
You never know.
Did you see the other missed call too when the cornerback literally tackled the receiver and they picked it off on their own
Yes.
was it their own
It
15-yard
was.
line?
They ended up. Yeah, it was like their 20, and then they ended up scoring a
Yeah,
touchdown
yep.
that put them in the lead.
Yep.
And then
They
Jacksonville.
complained
had to-
about that though too, right?
They complained about
it was a
everything.
pick play, but they scored on a pick play
He
earlier.
tackled
Well,
it.
and then the pick six was another pick play that they ran, but it was
karma.
It was.
They
It
ran
turned
it
into a
reverse.
pick six.
That
They
was
ran
awesome.
the pick play towards the middle of the
Yes.
field.
Dude, that
and-
Jacksonville pick was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
That was
It
crazy.
was really cool. And
he
the guy who
broke-
did it
and he
was
broke Mahomes'
Devin
ankles
Lloyd,
too.
dude.
Devin Lloyd. He was the AFC Defensive Player of the Month. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Oh, he's
been playing very
probably the
good.
defensive player of the year front runner right now.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
playing out of his mind this year.
That was a
Jacksonville's
great,
defense.
great football game.
So I
it
know Flynn's here. Obviously, we're gonna let him talk a little bit about it. It happened 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
but the Steelers,
Ireland.
we tried to get him on the week before, but he was still there,
Still
kind
getting
of just
back,
schedule
yeah.
stuff, still getting back. But we have him this week. Open up how for one the
What was Ireland? like?
how is the flight? How are the people there? How is American football received there?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you could share whatever you want.
Dude, it was awesome. I mean, even in Atlanta, the whole freaking plane is in Steelers gear. There was even some honestly, it was probably 5 to 10 people in Vikings jerseys, like in the Atlanta airport heading over. Like everyone was going to Ireland for the same thing.
Yeah. How many different NFL jerseys did you
All
see in the
32.
stadium? You
I saw all 32.
Really?
And-
Did you
and
check them off?
I'm not even gonna lie. The most represented team besides Steelers and Vikings
The Bears.
was the Bears, dude. I'm not even gonna lie.
The Bears are everywhere,
Yeah.
baby. The Bears are
They
everywhere.
actually
You
were.
cannot kill
all right,
us.
all right. I didn't mean to. But yeah,
The
I
Bears.
sent Dylan a picture of
The Bears.
there was a couple of dudes in Dub Pope, like with some
Yeah,
hats on.
DePope.
It was sick.
Pope.
The flight was super cool. I was actually sitting next to a Vikings fan. He was doing the coolest shit ever. He went to the Steelers Vikings game. He went to Oktoberfest in Germany and then flew to London for Vikings Browns and
that's
then went home.
awesome.
I was like, dude, that schedule could not have worked out
that's-
any better.
yeah,
dude.
that's awesome.
I was so jealous. I was like,
awesome.
damn, I want a back-to-back international because the flight's like 40 minutes, all around there.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. But we got to Ireland, dude. It was a home game for the Steelers. They had the
Yep.
whole city of Dublin, just giant Steelers banners,
That's
flags
awesome.
hanging everywhere, bro. Everyone walking around was in jerseys, dude. They said 40,000 Americans flew to Ireland for that game. 40,000 Americans, and
That's
there was
crazy.
about 80 in the stadium. Yeah, it was awesome.
cool.
And the coolest part to me was the European interest. Like that's the whole point of this is to get, outside interest. And I heard Roger Goodell wants to get to 16 games to where every team has at least one game, 2 times 16,
International,
32 teams all internationally. So I was in line for the pro shop waiting for an hour and a half to get, limited gear, whatever. Dude, I was in line with dudes from Portugal, Spain, France,
sick.
and they're like, dude, we're like, I just love the Steelers. Like, I don't know. I just picked that team. Like, we're here because
Yeah, how do they?
we
do
never
They just
they just pick,
pick
and
random
like
teams.
and I'd be like,
Like the
what? I saw a guy in a
colors.
Myles Garrett jersey like at the Steelers game, and I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
I was like, is that a Browns jersey? And a couple Steelers guys, start chuckling. He's like, I just love Myles Garrett, so I'm a Browns fan, and I'm like, well, okay, bro, like.
it's
You do
I
you.
love to. Hey, I love to have more NFL everywhere. So good,
Yeah.
I'm glad you find interest. And these guys in the pro shop line, they're like, dude, I'll wait for 3 hours. You know how much it costs to get a terrible towel to Spain? And I'm like, I didn't even think about that. They're like,
We
dude,
should
the
be
shipping.
selling them.
The shi-
Sell 'em
no,
in
we got to
Spain.
bring them
Instead
over,
of a
dude.
website.
We got to bring them over, dude. They said they pay like $60 in shipping for the,
No
just
way.
for the shipping, and then $20 for the towel, dude. So they've just loaded up at the pro. These guys were walking out with bags of stuff, just. So that was super cool. Seeing all 32 jerseys at the game, like
That's awesome.
and then when I got the stadium was like a 15-minute walk from our hotel, so we didn't
hell
have to
yeah.
worry about
Tottenham?
Yeah,
Yep.
it was
Yeah.
no Croke Park.
Tottenham was the
Tottenham
London
was
one.
the London one.
Oh yeah,
Part-
yeah.
What do they do in that stadium? Is that soccer?
I think it's their main sport, which is hurling.
Hurling.
Really? Yeah. It kind of looks like lacrosse, but you can also hold the ball and you like pop it up and smack it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but it's violent. Like you can hit each other like lacrosse, and they don't wear pads like us. They just had a helmet on.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
So in the stadium, was there anyone not singing "Sweet Caroline" when that came on?
No, I think
watching
everybody
that on the
was.
broadcast.
You know what
This
their
shit
big
was
song
awesome.
was the song "Zombie" by the Cram, like "Zombie," because
Yes.
it's sang by an Irish girl.
Yeah,
So they just
Okay.
kept replaying that shit
Really?
everywhere, dude. Yeah.
What was the one song you tweeted out though that they were playing? It was like a heavy metal, or it was you were just like, everybody in the stadium is so awesome. You put it on your story.
Oh no,
too.
that's Renegade, dude. That's the
Renegade.
Steelers song. They play it before every
Yeah.
Steelers
Okay.
game. Like it's
So
usually
just like it was a home game.
It usually
played it at the
happens
draft
before.
this past year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it usually happens before the game, but they played it in like the third quarter. I thought they weren't going to do it. I was like, damn it. And then
Yeah.
I started
Well,
hearing
because
it. and I
technically
was like, no
it
way.
was a Steelers home.
It
game.
was.
right.
They called it a
Home
home game. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so speaking on the Steelers, just in general, I guess over this first month of the season, what has surprised you the most about their success, where the team's headed right now?
Winning.
I mean, honestly-
you're first in the AFC North, and the other three teams are dead in the water through
I'm more-
5 weeks.
I'm more surprised with what's happened to the other teams than with us. I think this is a very classic start to a Steelers season. Ugly wins, 3-1, and
Yeah.
the collapse usually happens a little later on. But I'm praying it can be different this year.
You got a quarterback that's been there before, at least.
Yeah,
He knows
and
how to handle the
he's
early success.
He's doing his job, but the one thing I loved about Russ were the deep shots, and we just need to see a little more aggressiveness sometimes. And
That's true.
Like I've said, we haven't played really high caliber teams yet, so I'm not gonna get off my rocker here and say we're going to the Super Bowl, but I really need to see how we fare up against a decent football team,
Well,
and I think we'll have a real opinion. I mean, I can't complain about Aaron right now.
No.
I have not seen the Steelers score as many touchdowns in a long
Oh, they're
time.
even
Every
moving the
time they're in
ball,
the,
like,
he
in
has
general.
I think besides the Eagles, we have the number 2 red zone percentage
Yeah,
right now.
I saw that. Yeah.
So that is,
And he's always been real
Money in the
that-
red zone.
Yeah, he's
that
always
has been so nice to see.
You're finally getting those fade balls thrown
Yes.
perfectly.
Well,
Well, and
Yeah,
DK,
guys.
I know it was a couple weeks ago, but DK had the really long touchdown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
80
but that was
yarder
only like a
run.
20-yard throw.
Yeah,
He was there
but
for
even
that.
that though,
That was
the
at the
Ireland
that was
Yeah,
at-
that's what I mean. That's
brother,
what I mean.
you should have heard that
because
damn
they
stadium.
had a bye week, so that's the last game that the Steelers
Yeah,
played
you're right.
was the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
you were
yeah.
at.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that they took a step to getting those explosive plays, regardless of how you get them. If it's a moon ball, if it's a catch and run,
Yeah.
you need those
Hey,
plays.
they both count the same.
That was
Yeah,
a bad.
exactly,
That,
exactly.
that Steelers Vikings game was the most classic way to end the Steelers. That was a Tomlin special at the end there.
Yeah,
They were
they
20
started
yards.
playing
They were
conservative
20. They were 20-ish yards away from tying the game. That we were up 24-6 in the third quarter. That it should never get that close. I mean, you got to at least be kicking field goals every time you get the ball.
That's true. So what kind of odds do you give the Steelers winning the AFC North? Now
Well,
that we know
now-
everything about like the Bengals.
Okay,
or-
let's be realistic here. The Ravens are going to be 1-5 after they go to LA next week. After what happened, and
yeah.
I don't want
they have a bye week
I don't want
after
to
that,
talk
so-
smack because they are so injured. Like I
are.
mean, I think they should be playing better than even with all their injuries. I mean, CJ Stroud has not looked
Their
that great, and they let
defense is- I
CJ
saw a
Stroud
stat.
drop 44 on their head.
So you know the 2000 Ravens.
Yes, I saw that. They've
legendary
already
defense?
this year has let up more points already than the entire 2000.
So the 2000 team allowed 166 total points throughout the
And
year,
they're at
and the
170.
Ravens,
Yep.
177.
They're on track to
through
let
5
up
weeks.
600
They
points.
also have, I think,
That's a
almost
record, too.
$140 million of their salary is on and
Defense
is injured right now.
Well, they lost Matabike for the year, who's
The beast.
just their best
Hamilton's
defensive
hurt.
line.
How long is
Hamilton's
Roquan Smith
hurt.
out?
Roquan's hurt. I don't know, but he's not on IR. But I mean, Jair Alexander is old and he's been hurt.
Dude, he is not playing good. I was expecting way more
And
out
they
of him.
just added Chauncey Gardner-Johnson onto
I saw
their
that,
practice
yeah.
squad.
And I
So
hate
they're
giving
desperate.
excuses because at this point
I mean,
I'm done
Lamar's
with it.
hurt.
So I see a little bit of the injuries. I mean, you got 130 million plus of guys you've paid that aren't playing.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna take a hit on that.
Yeah.
But even that though,
No, that
it's
was
like,
a beat down. That's still unacceptable
Yeah.
at home. That was
Absolutely.
I agree.
unacceptable.
Against a team that really
they're not
has
that
not
good.
looked good.
They have
at
not
all.
been
So
that
with
good.
them being a non-factor, so where do you put the Steelers
I'm not
right
saying
now in
non-factor,
your-
brother.
Well,
You
right
look
now,
at the,
they're. I mean, right
look
now
at the
they're
back end of their schedule after Lamar
It
gets
gets easier. It gets easier.
They honestly, after Lamar's back, they're going to lose to LA this week, I think, and then they're 1-5. The Steelers realistically need them to lose 3 games more
They
to
play
have a
us,
shot.
We get them right after their bye week, and that's supposedly when Lamar returns. And so that will, I have a feeling that we're going to get the best Ravens team that we see all year
Yeah.
because their backs are going to be against the wall. And I honestly don't think we'll win.
I'll be cheering for you guys. I'll be cheering for y'all.
I hope. But I mean, with that defense, I think anybody can move the ball and score against them. But more on the Steelers, I think, because he alluded to this. I don't remember what game it was, but it was like after week 2 or 3. Aaron Rodgers said something about next year. And so I want to know.
He said it at the Ireland game, too. He said, see y'all next year, hopefully.
Does he actually retire after the season if they make the playoffs?
I mean...
Do you want him to retire if they make the playoffs?
I just think it all depends.
Win a playoff game.
If you win... That's my goal for this year is to win a playoff game. Yeah. That's what I want to see. Making the playoffs and losing doesn't mean shit. So I think he retires if that happens. But if he wins a game or 2 in the postseason, you know how competitive he is. He might be like, hold on a second, guys. Like,
well, the AFC
we're almost there.
I don't want to say the AFC is weak, but it's wide open right now.
Yeah, it's pretty wide open.
The Chiefs are once again probably the favorite, even though they just lost last week.
You know, the Ravens are still betting favorites to win the AFC North.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Who makes these lines?
Yeah.
I mean,
we live in a period where the Colts are the 1 seed right now.
No,
like
but that's my biggest point is like I'm happy with what I see, but I think we have to show this against good football teams, and that's the biggest thing to look at. And the Ravens are still there lurking in the corner. So whenever if they get Lamar back in a perfect world after their bye week, which they should
when he comes back.
Do you have their schedule right there?
I mean,
it's really not that bad. And the Steelers, we've played our cupcakes, and we really have to win these next 2. If we win these next 2 weeks, if we can beat the Browns and the Bengals and be 5-1, and
we should,
yeah. But Tomlin's gonna have a Tomlin game where we lose to the Browns once. I don't know which game it's gonna be, but
yeah, it does get easier. So after LA, they have the bye week obviously, and then Chicago, Miami, Minnesota, Cleveland, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals, Patriots, Packers, Steelers. So it's outside of Green Bay, which even Green Bay's not playing great either. No. So I mean, they have a chance in all of these games, especially when they get healthier.
Yeah, it depends on the other team.
But if the Steelers can go 1-1 with the Ravens, at least I think it looks pretty good that we take the division and finally have a home game for a playoff game, and I think that gives us a decent chance to win playing the 5 or the 6 seed rather than playing number 1 seed always at in Buffalo as the 7 seed. I mean, we're not really setting ourselves up for success there. So
I hear you.
So that's where I'm standing.
Well, to wrap up your trip though, I know you also took you stayed a little bit longer than the game.
Yeah.
How were the pubs? How were the
dude, it was
pubs,
awesome.
The nightlife?
I saw you got to see McGregor's.
Yeah, I did. I got to hold his belt. They let me hold his belt hanging on the wall. Oh, it was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I can't even describe the feeling.
He's a big McGregor.
I loved
fan,
McGregor. I know he's an idiot now, guys. Don't worry.
He's fighting in the White House in June.
Yeah,
is he really?
I read he's still suspended right now.
He took the suspension like before it ever came out, so he only has 5 months left. He'll be off in I think like March.
Okay.
So yeah.
That'd be funny.
We'll see. But that was really cool. But the pubs were awesome. I've been traveling a little bit, and that was the best place in Europe for pubs, man. I mean, we literally the first night, me and my sister were just walking around. We meet this other guy. He's in a Steelers jersey. He starts talking to me. He's like, hey, I'm from Denver. Like, can I kick it with y'all? Like, I came here by myself. And I'm like, yeah, he was cool, And I was like, dude, that is so sick. Who flies to Ireland by themselves to watch the Steeler game from Denver? Like, that takes some stones, dude. Like, I respect that.
Absolutely.
Kicked it with him. We met this other, like, older couple. Not older, but, like, probably, like, 30s. We're all, kids, and he was in this ridiculous Steelers outfit, so we start talking to him, and then these 5 Irish girls come up, dude. We're in a group of 10, hit like 4 different pubs that night, get home at 3 a.m. Like, it was so fun, just me and Shay walking around, and then we're in a group of 10, like, just having a great time. Steelers game was the next day. Then the next day we took like a 3-hour bus to the Cliffs, gorgeous. Went to a town called Galway, and then back home. And then the next day we did the Guinness factory and the Jameson factory, chilled it out, went home. Yeah.
No, that's
great.
It sounds like a really fun
It was
trip.
awesome. Flight wasn't bad. It was like 6.5.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, that will wrap up Flynn's. Well, if you haven't checked it out, he's got some stuff on his Instagram of some of the stuff that he posted. But it looked and it sounded like.
And I paid a little bit for the seats, but I was so happy I did it. Like we were on the 45-yard line on the we were in the front section, but on the top row, so we had like a perfect view.
You need to.
Well, at that point,
you just feel like a special feeling when you walk in Ireland, your team, and you're just like, there's just that moment like.
I really want to go.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. Like it was super sick.
Yeah. Okay, so if the Patriots and the Bears or the Dolphins and the Bears ever play an international game, we're
You really
If they play
should
each
go.
other?
Yeah, if they play each other.
If Tua is our
going.
quarterback, there ain't no hell way I'm going anywhere.
If the Patriots and Bears are in
we
London next year, we're going. My sister might even be living in
I could
London
maybe,
at that
I
point.
could
So
maybe
we'll-
agree to you with that. Maybe.
We're going.
Depending on how
Going.
much it all costs at the end of the day.
It's going to be a lot of money, but we're going.
Dawson
Well,
has a
no,
house
it'd be
payment
fun.
now. I don't know if he can go.
But
in
anyway, no,
Yeah, he's got a house now, right?
thank you, Flynn, for sharing some of
Yes,
that. That's
of course.
But we'll get into week 6 now for the NFL.
Yes.
Again, like we do every week, we kind of highlight our favorites. We go through. Oh, also, no Chris is long this week. We had
Fourth and long.
Chris's fourth and
I
long.
gave up my time for Flynn. We wanted to hear his
we
story.
gave up our time
No fourth
for
and
Flynn.
long.
Sorry,
It's
guys.
okay.
No, it's completely fine. But no Chris's fourth and long this week. We know that might upset some people because that is a
It's their favorite
good
part of the
six.
show.
It's
favorite
Come on,
part,
it's the best part of the show. We know
It's a
that.
good part of the show.
It's the only
But
reason I
yes,
tune
week
in.
6, we do it every week. We pick some of the best ones, and then we'll also do our pick'ems. Those are all the primetime games,
Yeah.
and then we throw in the big noon and the college game day for college. But yes, first one, Seahawks Jaguars. Again,
It's a really good
Jaguars
game.
coming off a really good win.
This is gonna be
Seahawks
fun.
coming off
Where's it at?
scoring third. It's in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
Damn, that's
I
a
think,
good game.
Another
It's a very good
high-scoring
game.
game between
I'm
two
excited.
teams who, we saw what the Seahawks were last week with putting up points. Trevor kind of was able to put together and beat the Chiefs despite not really leading in any of the big stat
yeah.
categories. So this one I think will be a very, very exciting, high-scoring game at the end of the week.
I'm excited. And then, Sam Darnold's playing lights out. Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence is coming off a good performance. I think this is probably, I'm going to call my shot that this is Travis Hunter's breakout week. Like,
Yeah.
he's been stacking up good performances on both sides of the ball. Last week, he was PFF, I think he was listed in PFF's top 10 twice.
Wow.
He was a 77 grade at corner and a 77 grade at
He
receiver.
had some great plays
So
in the
he's-
Chiefs game, too.
He is definitely coming into his own there. Obviously, there's still, I think he played like 65 snaps in the game, but
Wow.
he's kind of proved he can do it. And so I do think this is where he ends up exploding a little bit more on offense.
I'm
If
actually
he gets
leaning-
closer to 100 yards.
I'm actually leaning with Seattle. I think Jacksonville's doing. They played great, obviously, but like you said, they made a lot of mistakes in that game, and
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think Seattle's making all those little mistakes
They're
right
not,
now, and
no.
I think Seattle's defense is a lot better than
They
the
are.
Chiefs' defense right now.
I would
And
agree with that.
Where's the game?
it's in Jacksonville.
Oh, that
That's
helps,
why.
'cause if
Oh,
it
big
was in
time,
Seattle,
big
the
time.
Legion of Boom.
Oh, if it was
Yeah.
in Seattle, I would take Seattle for
12th
sure.
man.
But I think it's I think we're looking at a 3 to 5 point game, and I'm gonna go Seattle.
High scoring though, I think high
a
scoring.
good one.
Next one, Patriots Saints, just because it's my team. Look,
No,
you look
not
at,
just because it's your team.
you look at the rest of their schedule though.
Would you believe that before this season, Dawson said this game was a toss-up?
That's great. Yeah, it is. I
Just
know.
saying.
I mean,
no,
come
he's not
on now.
wrong. He's being
I'm not-
realistic.
no.
I was
They
being
were
realistic
horrible.
at
They
the
were
end of the-
horrible
I
last
need you.
year.
I need you to be a little bit more delusional with me.
No,
Dawson.
no.
I was
Okay.
trying before
No,
the year.
no,
I will-
no.
Hold on.
I was
I'll-
trying before the year to hype up the
Playoffs?
Patriots a little
You
bit,
kidding me?
saying they were a
Playoffs?
sleeping giant.
I'll
a
drink
bit.
a little bit of the poison
Take
right now.
some. Take
The
some of the
rest of our
Kool-Aid.
schedule.
You got an easy schedule
I
with how you
think-
played last
I
week.
think
They
we
do have an
win.
easy schedule.
I think with the rest of our schedule, we win 10 games this year.
This is a 9 or 10
possible.
win team.
It really
Like,
is, and I think we get it. Hey, we still have.
Is this the year where the Patriots come to Pittsburgh in the playoffs and the
Dude,
Steelers
don't
take
know.
it? Is
I
this
really
the year?
don't know. And we still have to play
Ooh.
Josh Allen at home. We beat him. We beat him in Buffalo. You never know how that game goes.
Even if you guys go 1-1 with the Bills,
I agree.
you're-
If we
you're
split,
fine.
that was the one team where I was like, "There's no way.
Yeah.
They're gonna sweep us."
Yeah.
So I do
But you
think
could sweep Miami or someone
I
else,
think
you
we'll
know?
sweep Miami. I think we'll sweep the Jets.
There
And
you go.
at best case scenario, we split with the Bills.
And then look at your division record. That's probably the best division record, maybe
Yeah.
outside of the Bills. You guys
Losing
may
one division
tie.
game
Yeah.
against the Bills.
Yeah, that would be
and we sweep
crazy.
The rest.
That'd be crazy.
So yes, I'm drinking a little bit of the Kool-Aid.
Well, especially
on my
even
team.
because of how the defense looked last week. I think you guys beat the Saints handedly.
Is it in New England too?
No, it's in
in-
New Orleans.
It's in New Orleans.
Playing a dome.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
fine.
Yeah, I think the way you guys looked last week, the Saints should be no problem.
Yeah,
And
I'll
I'm
take the-
I'm
I'll
not
take the
going to say that
Patriots
it's a
there.
guarantee, but
I agree.
because the Saints looked good last week too.
Yeah, I
And
think-
again, they played the Giants. So
49ers, Buccaneers, next one.
Great game.
good game.
Is Mac Jones playing? Or is
I
it
don't think
Purdy
we know.
again?
I think he should.
Or-
I don't.
I think you should.
I don't think it matters. I think what we're learning is that it does not matter who the quarterback of that offense is.
And
does not matter.
It kind of does. People have been saying it for years that it doesn't matter what quarterback is in that San Francisco system. They're going to be successful.
There was a point in time when I think it was Dan Orlovsky.
For McDaniel. Why does it
only work for
work
for
for Shanahan?
Hey, I don't know, man.
That's
I will
just their.
say, though,
It's just I don't know. It's
there
their
were
systematic offense.
a few
dude. They
years
just-
ago, back when Mac Jones was on the Patriots and people were giving him a ton of slack, and like, hey, he sucks. It's his fault that the Patriots are bad. I think it was Dan Orlovsky that said that Mac Jones put him on the 49ers and he's playing like Brock Purdy. And he got slandered for it.
Your fucking duck hat is killing me.
Just saying, dude. Like, Mac Jones is going to be the next Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. I think he ends up going somewhere next year. Maybe the Raiders end up trading for him. Yeah. Like a team like that.
What I really liked too was I saw some grit. I saw him on the ground. He got up two or three times and went right back into the game. I love that shit.
So much respect.
That was the Matthew
that fourth quarter.
Dude, he was pulling some Matthew Stafford shit against Matthew Stafford. That was awesome.
He was getting the shit beat out of him in that Thursday night game.
I wanted to say, out of all the games last week, that the 49ers get my MVP for that win.
It was
Patriots close behind.
All the injuries, everything, and to have Mac Jones come in and play. I mean,
dude, their
Kendrick Bourne had, I think, like 150
yards.
Their offense
was destroyed. Both their receivers, Kittle. I mean, their defense.
McCaffrey is just. I don't know
I'm
how.
telling you, dude,
I'm scared. He's a weak old.
I know. It's a ritual.
I am very happy for him, though. I'm very happy for McCaffrey to see. He's a good dude. Yeah. He's freaking. He hasn't dropped less than 20 in a fantasy game this year. He's killing it.
Well, he sacrificed all of his other teammates to stay healthy this year, unfortunately.
Well, and look what's more valuable, McCaffrey or everybody else.
It's McCaffrey at the end of the day.
Next one, we are picking this one. This one isn't on our because it's prime time. Lions at the Chiefs.
Lions.
I like the Lions.
I do too.
I like the Lions for the simple fact of I think the Lions right now as a whole are giving way more effort 100%. Than as a whole of the Chiefs.
100%.
Chiefs have a culture issue, dude, and it's going to get discussed sooner or later.
The Lions probably have one of the best cultures.
If not the best. I mean, I would say probably the best.
They probably do have the best.
And they have the best coach in the league too.
100. He's a top 3 coach for me, no. But if you're just going straight off a leader of men, I don't think I'd take anyone over Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Nobody.
But this one I think
that'll be a good game.
I think the total I saw was 52.5, about the highest of the week. Mm-hmm. So there probably will be a lot of points scored.
In Detroit.
It's in
Arrowhead.
Okay, nice.
In Arrowhead. I like the Lions though. I will be picking the Lions. I like Brown. I like the running back duo they have. Yeah. I just think they're playing with more effort right now to where it feels like the Chiefs are just sitting around going, when are the playoffs going to roll around? We didn't get that call,
man.
When are the playoffs?
All right, I'm going to throw it up deep again, and hopefully we get a pass interference on this one.
Hey, guys, it's not even that crazy to say
move the ball down the field
that
regularly.
They might not make the playoffs.
I said it before the year that the Chiefs were going to finish third in the AFC West.
Chargers are in first place, and Denver's in second right now.
Well, and you've got the Patriots playing as good as they are.
No, but I'm saying just in their division. They're third spot in their division.
And that goes into they're going to have to get a wild card if they do get in. If they lose a division, and then you look at the other teams.
They gotta go play on the road.
Guess who you just lost to? Another team that is going to be a wild card.
Yes, because Tampa or not. Tampa,
that's a tiebreaker.
Not Tampa. You have the Colts and Jacksonville, and even maybe possible. But even the records. I mean, the records kind of say that they're really, really close right now.
Yes.
So you have Jacksonville. You have the Colts. One of those teams is going to be a wild card.
The Ravens could be a wild card team too.
Yes, if the Steelers win, and then all of a sudden you got the Bills and the Patriots. Mm-hmm. If the Bills win, the Patriots still have a really good record.
Bengals,
that plays into a factor.
Not counting out the Bengals yet.
So the playoff picture is going to be very, very competitive when it comes to the AFC, and it is not. I don't think it's crazy to say that there is a path to where the Patriots or Jacksonville or someone like that kicks them out because of just how
I think the Broncos and the Chargers are. I don't know what's going on with the Chargers. They looked awesome to start. They need to get it back together. But
they're dealing with a lot of injuries.
But they're both
Joe Alt and Slater. It's their top.
They're both playoff teams. Though. They're both playoff teams. Though.
That's true. That's true.
I know their running backs got Hampton and Najee.
It's bad.
But no, I think this will be a great game. Sunday Night Football. Chris Collinsworth will slob on Mahomes like he does with everyone. But I do like the Lions in this. My pick on this is they play with 100% effort all the time, and the Chiefs right now, I don't think
I was missing Chris Collinsworth during that Jags game, dude. I was missing it.
There's a guy.
There's a guy. You see Mahomes dive at his legs. No other quarterback would have tried to do that.
You didn't miss much.
No, watching them lose would have watching them lose would have been awesome.
I see.
Yeah, that should have been a Sunday night game.
Chris Jones, he tried to hop. He didn't want to hurt himself.
He knew what he was doing. He let him score.
Yeah, he walked him down and scared him.
He knew Mahomes had 3 timeouts with 40 seconds left.
He was trying to let him score.
It was
That's too much time.
It was
for
actually a
Mahomes.
smart play. He let the clock
Too much
run.
time.
Next one, Bills Falcons. We kind of joked about this one. I think if I was a Falcons fan, I'd be like,
Fuck.
Oh, they are. They're already saying that. Like they are pissed.
Bills
that this
are about to
happened.
come in here and they're going to be pissed off.
They're going to
There's all
hang 40
shit,
on
Yeah.
Atlanta.
and they might score a lot of points.
Bijan's probably going to have a good game, but I don't think they're going to be able to keep. And I think the Falcons are scared themselves. They already know it's coming. The storm is coming to Atlanta.
And we mentioned, though, I think when you look at statistics and you look at numbers, the Falcons do, I think, have a formula to either keeping this game close up to the fourth quarter and having a chance running the ball. The Bills, like I mentioned, at the previous, they are letting about 6.2 yards a pop per
What's
carry.
the Falcons' pass defense like, though?
Decent. They have a lot more sacks than they have been because they drafted the
pass
two
rush has
rookies.
been helping their
the pass
secondary
rush has been helping the secondary. Secondaries isn't terrible, but that's the formula I see. You run the ball against a team that has let a lot of rushing yards allowed on them. Control the game. Keep Josh Allen on the sideline as much as you can. Force him to feel like he has to just come up with these miraculous plays and be Superman. Hopefully force some mistakes, kind of the same way the Patriots did.
Well, the Patriots took away their run game pretty much,
Yes,
too.
they
James
did.
Cook had nothing.
we
James Cook
did.
couldn't get anything.
We did,
And that's
so-
a big part of their offense. James Cook has been awesome.
I
this year.
agree. So that is the formula that I see for the Falcons.
Yeah.
I don't foresee that happening, though. I think the Bills are going to come in really pissed off of what happened to them on Sunday night
I agree.
with their new uniforms and at home and just everything. I think they got embarrassed.
They did.
So I will be taking the Buffalo Bills.
Those jerseys
for
were
this
pretty
game.
sweet,
They
though.
were pretty cool. They are pretty cool. I can't wait for the Patriots to wear ours because I think ours are going to look cool too.
Should
But
be
the,
coming
but
up
the all
soon.
white are very
Yeah, they did. I
with
love
silver.
the silver
Yeah.
Bills logo, dude. That was
Yeah,
so
it was
awesome.
I saw some videos of fans. They're like, damn, I bought this damn cursed jersey for no reason.
Yeah.
First time they wear it.
Well, and like the whole stadium, like they like had a whiteout, like it was
Yeah.
great. So they got embarrassed.
Yeah.
Hey, 1 and 2 right now though, wearing those jerseys. The Dolphins are the only team that won wearing.
Yeah, you're
wearing
right.
those jerseys.
That wasn't the
So-
first time the Bills wore those?
No, so he
It was because
it
those
was,
are the
right?
those
Yeah.
are the so the
all the
Cardinals
rivalry
the Cardinals
jerseys.
lost when they wore their rivalry.
Oh, I see what he's
the
saying.
Bills
Okay,
lost,
okay.
and then the Dolphins were the only
I
ones.
was like,
to
I
wear
swear
the
that was
rivalry.
the first time I saw those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they're
Next
cool
one,
jerseys.
Dylan's game, revenge Hail Mary game.
Oh,
He's been talking about it for.
Over under 3 times the Hail Mary getting shown
Oh,
during the game.
it will get brought up a lot. It will get brought up a lot.
Oh, no,
but
you got the Commanders?
Yeah, we're
Bears,
at the Commanders.
Bears at the
Monday Night
Commanders.
Football.
This is a really hard one.
This is a statement
I
game.
think Jaden Daniels, the knee problem, him not being able to rush as much as he normally does, plays into a little bit of a factor.
Yep.
Played a great game last week.
He
though,
did.
against the Chargers.
I want to say that I want to take the Bears.
Come on.
Because,
I'll tell you
I
what,
like,
let me get this
because
up
I
before you
do,
pick your team.
I'm not the biggest fan of Washington's defense, though. I still think they're very old. I think they have a lot of good, veteran pieces like Bobby Wagner and guys like that. I don't trust them though for how explosive I know the Bears' offense can be if they could put all the pieces together.
Yep.
So for that, and the amplification of the whole Hail Mary thing and how that ended last year,
It's a
I do
statement
think
game.
that takes into a little bit of account. And I guarantee you Ben Johnson is using that.
Oh yeah.
Dude, your boy Adunze has been winning me freaking all my
love
leagues this
Rome
year.
Odunze.
So glad
And
I
he's
grabbed
he's
him.
honestly like your third option on your team
I know,
right
it's
now.
crazy.
So, I mean, your third option guy is putting up points, putting up yards. If Caleb can play good, can not get sacked the way he's doing, they do need to run the ball a little bit better. I will say that. I'm going to go with the Bears just because I don't fully trust the just old veteran Washington defense.
So the Bears are about to get heavy reinforcements back. I think this first month of the season, their defense was very, very injured. Of the people that were missing games, on Monday, we will have Grady Jarrett back, TJ Edwards back, who is our leading tackler from the last 3 years. Kyler Gordon, which is a top 3 nickel in football, is finally back, hasn't played at all this year. Austin Booker, who went on IR during the preseason, probably one of our most productive pass rushers. And we are also getting back Darnell Wright, I believe, for our right tackle. And we're also getting back Colston Loveland, the tight end. So hopefully this is the Bears' most complete unit they've put together on the field this entire year. And hopefully it looks like it. I do think that there's a lot to fuel this game, a ton. And I have to believe that Caleb and honestly Tyreek Stevenson know exactly what's at stake here.
Is Scary Terry back?
I
don't know.
Don't know. He's
I
probably
hope he
still
is.
questionable. I was going to bring that up. If he doesn't play, that just
I don't
kind of
want any excuses. I want Jaden Daniels playing. I want Terry McLaurin playing. I want everybody playing so I can call them a bunch of bums afterwards, just like they should have lost last year.
Yeah.
The only reason you won last year is of a fluke fingertip Hail Mary.
I'll tell your boys not to be dancing in the end zone before the play starts, buddy.
Yeah, I know, right? But if it comes down to it again this year, you best believe that Hail Mary's not getting completed.
No way.
Not getting completed.
No way. I think I gotta take the Commanders just because I think their offense is much better all around than the Bears right now. I think the Bears can have very explosive
They have
moments,
a really good run,
but they are
offense.
not. They're not showing it. But I'll give the Bears the defensive edge. I just don't know how long they'll be able to hold out. It's gonna be a good game, no doubt.
I do think it will be a great game.
I don't know.
is gonna be a good
It's just
game.
tough for me when the Bears barely beat the Raiders the way that they did, like on a blocked
It was an
field goal.
ugly game.
It was a horrible, ugly
Very
game
ugly
against
game.
a horrible football team in the Raiders.
This is true.
It's fair.
That's where I'm getting iffy is just based on that last
and
game.
you also look at the way they beat the Cowboys. To where
and then there's that, yeah.
So
then the Cowboys
but
turn
again,
around
it
and
just
have
goes
two
to our
great
opening
performances
argument
after.
of how NFL
Yes,
football.
you can't base
Anybody can beat
it's such a
anybody.
week to week basis, week to week. You know who's playing who's healthy, who's hurt.
Yep.
So I do like the Bears, but I think it will be a great game.
Didn't
That's gonna be a
the
good
Chargers
game.
already played the Saints, right? This year, didn't they throttle the Saints or something? And then they play the Giants. Then they play the Giants and lose to Jackson Dart.
Yes.
And then Jackson Dart
Yeah.
gets smoked by the Saints. Like it makes no sense. There's zero.
It doesn't make any sense. No, it really doesn't. The pick'ems though. So we kind of touched on some of these, but we'll go quickly through them. First one, Thursday Night Football, Eagles, Giants. I got the Eagles.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be a little pissed
Yeah,
off.
give me the Eagles.
Saquon might have 30 carries and have a lot of yards.
I think Dart's a little too cocky right now. I think he needs to take a step back. He's good and he has potential, but you just need to
He made a lot of mistakes last week.
you just need to
He
worry
does.
about yourself and stop talking about Madison Beer. You're never going to be Justin Herbert. Okay, just relax.
It was pretty funny. Yeah, and the
You
Eagles
just
defense
lost to
is
the
no
Saints,
joke.
brother. So just relax.
The
awesome.
Eagles defense is no joke.
Not at all.
And they're going to, like I said, I think they're going to be
I think it's going to
pissed
be a
off.
bad night for Jackson Dart. To
I do
be
too.
honest.
So
It might
I'm
be.
going to take the Eagles in this one.
Yeah, give me the Eagles.
Eagles
That's
all
a
day.
pretty easy one.
Ohio State, big noon kickoff. We got Ohio State at Illinois.
You ready?
No, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I did it last time. and guess what?
Illinois lost by like 40 points.
You
to
said
a
that
great
at the
team.
same time I
Oh,
picked them
gosh.
for USC, and what happened? They beat USC.
Yeah, but it's Ohio State. They've averaged like 4 points a game. They've allowed like 4 points a game. Come on, don't do this.
5.5 points a game.
You can do whatever you want, but don't do this.
Keep your credibility, dude.
Ohio State all day of the week. There's no way I'm picking Illinois in this. They have literally
So
allowed
you cannot
4
take
points a
Illinois.
game.
Just checking the spread. That's all.
Besides, you're wearing a Ducks hat. You can't.
I got
checking the
Ohio
spread.
State all day. There's no way I'm not picking Ohio State.
All right, so they're 14.5, 15.5 point favorites.
14 and a half.
Fine. Give me Ohio State.
Thank you.
Give me Ohio State.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
be so pissed if Illinois wins. And you
No, you're
guys
not.
held me back. You
We-
guys held me back from
I
glory.
will buy you lunch if it happens.
At Portillo's when they open.
I will
Oh,
buy
it's
your
coming
first
soon.
Portillo's meal
That's a good deal.
if they happen. Next
Beautiful.
one, the College Game Day, 2 Big Ten for Big Noon and College Game Day. Indiana at number 3, Oregon.
Oh
feel
yeah,
like
Das,
it's-
who are you gonna? You better.
I don't
pick
know.
now.
I wonder who we're
gotta
gonna
go-
pick.
I'm gonna go with Oregon. On
I
this one.
wonder.
I think Indiana is just kind of like we saw last year when they got in the playoffs. It was just kind of like you really don't deserve to be here.
Yeah.
I think Oregon went into a very, very hostile environment last week into
Oh yeah.
the
Get that hat.
the
Get
whiteout.
that hat. Get the
Yeah.
little
Get that
pencil
hat,
thing.
Flynn. There
Yeah,
you go.
so
Flynn,
I'm
who
not
you
doing
picking?
it. I'm Penn State.
I'm gonna go. I
Bang.
know why he's going Penn State, but I will go with Oregon this week. So that's
No,
Oregon
I
over-
have Oregon winning. I'm just saying we're salty still.
Yeah. Poor Penn State.
I just felt
okay.
bad for
I
my
never
dad
put
that
two
went
and
all the
two
way there
together.
to watch
Yeah.
that.
I guess you guys are Penn State.
That's Penn
fans,
State
too.
though. They'll throttle. Well, I guess not anymore. I was gonna say we beat bad teams, but can't even beat bad teams.
No, you can't. All right, so I'm gonna pick Oregon.
Come on, Corso. Who
I'm
you
gonna
picking?
Pick Oregon. Yeah, give me Oregon right here. I do think I doubted Oregon against Penn State, and that was before I realized that Drew Aller was poverty. So yes, Oregon. Oregon has a good team. I like Dan Lanning. They've got a good pro offense.
Yeah.
It's very hard to stop. So
I agree.
Give me Oregon.
Next one, we have another overseas game. I love these games because I get to wake up at
and
9
watch
o'clock.
football.
There's football already
Watch
on,
football
baby.
all day. But yes, we got another game in London.
1 to 11 wasn't good enough. We need 9.
Yeah, I
9 to
agree.
11 is
I
much
agree.
better.
No, I need 9:30 to an overtime Sunday night game.
Yeah.
What time was
Like,
the game there? It was for
It was
morning
at
for us.
2,
When was it for you?
It was 2:30 our Ireland time.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, another game in London. Broncos at the Jets. I'm going to go with the Broncos. Broncos are playing
Easily.
really good. The Jets are
I
the
feel like
Jets.
this is a trap game, dude.
It could be, especially going
genuinely
overseas.
think-
Especially
and the Jets 0-5. Like, dude, I genuinely think the Jets are going to be playing pissed off, but I don't know if it's enough to beat. I mean, the Broncos are just more talented, and they've got a better team. They've got a better scheme.
coach.
Yeah, better
Defense.
coach, more proven coach.
Defense
yeah,
is good.
much better defense.
Sertan's going to be on Garrett Wilson the whole game.
Yes, I mean,
Garrett's
I wanna
Garrett's
pick
been
the
playing
Jets,
pretty damn
but I
good
can't.
this year, though. I got to give it to him.
No,
Him and
he is.
Brees
Him
Hall.
And, him and Fields and Hall have been.
I feel
the
bad
only
for
bright
Brees Hall,
spots.
dude. Kid, he's like 24, right?
Well,
He's
and
young.
He's also in a contract year to where he's like, he's playing for
Come on
either
over to
the
the Bears,
Jets
baby.
to
We'll
pay
take care
him
of you.
or another team.
I hope he gets out of there because
I
that
do
boy
too.
is good.
Come on
he's
over to Chicago.
He's a savage.
We need a
Pittsburgh,
3-down running
Pittsburgh.
back like that.
Pittsburgh, Chicago.
So Flynn, you know how they
Chicago.
always jinx things on the field when the announcers talk. Right
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
before
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
guys win that game in Ireland, they had literally said that Minnesota was undefeated in like international play or some crazy
Oh, really?
thing.
Yeah.
And then you
They
guys-
tried to
boom.
do it again in London this week. They said, "Oh, Minnesota's undefeated in London." They switched the narrative. They cherry picked another
Instead of-
ESPN stat.
Yeah,
Undefeated
instead of
international.
overseas,
Dude, I was
Now it's just
just in
undefeated in
London.
London.
When I was watching that game, dude, and the Browns looked like they were about to take it at the end. I was just thinking about my boy on the plane. I was like, no way he flies to Ireland and London and watches them lose to the Steelers
No,
and
yeah.
the Browns.
Damn.
I was thinking about him. I was like, please pull this off for my boy on the
funny.
plane,
Good for
dude.
him.
That's funny.
He got to see a win.
I know.
So, yeah, I want to pick the Jets, but I can't. It's just the Broncos are going to win. It's
That's how we were
simple as
with
that.
the few of the Vikings fans. We were like, it's okay,
yeah.
guys. You got the Browns next week. You're gonna win one. It's the Browns.
Oh, yeah.
Funny. No, yeah, I got the Broncos for
Yeah,
this one
for
too.
sure.
Sunday night football. We have 2 Monday night games, but Sunday
Let's
night
go.
Lions Chiefs. Kind of already touched on this one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with the Lions. Not changing my mind on that. Purely based on the effort that I think the Lions give versus the Chiefs.
Yeah, Lions.
Bills,
Lions.
Falcons. Again, touched on this one a little bit.
Yeah.
I got the Bills. Not changing on that. But I do see a recipe to where this game can all of a sudden be really close. And it could be over really fast because it's just a lot of running,
Yep.
clock management, on the Falcons part of it. I got the Bills, though. They're going to be pissed off losing to a division rival at home Sunday night. I don't see them doing it again. Bills.
Do you think Penix is the franchise guy?
I think this is where we find out.
I think this is a great
little
test.
bit
The
more
same way
about it.
that Drake May had a test. I mean, it's the old saying of in order to beat the best, in order to be the best, you have to beat the best. And there's no, I think, better opportunity than Sunday night football or Monday night football. The same way Drake May got against Josh Allen, MVP. Anything I think will be amplified when you're playing the MVP or previous MVP. So it could, and I think he's got the talent around him. Like
He definitely has the
Drake
talent.
London's amazing. I think Bijan is.
I've just not honestly. I just haven't been impressed with anything.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I hear you. I see, and
He's been very shaky. He's had good performances and bad
But I
performances
just feel like
this year.
the Falcons fan narrative, like they just act like he was the savior. Like since the last 3 games he played, he had 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. It was nothing to be doing all that about. Like
no, I definitely hear you. There's no argument for me, but I will say that Sunday or Monday Night Football against MVP.
and that Panthers game
Let's
was
see what
just
you got.
so
Yeah,
ugly.
I'm taking
That-
the Bills.
Let's see what you got.
Oh, yeah,
but I do have the
absolutely.
Bills. I don't think they
Yeah,
lose 2 in a row,
absolutely.
especially
No.
in prime time.
I think the Bills beat them by 10.
Oh, so this was last week. First time that the Ravens, Bills, and Chiefs all lost in the same week since like 2017.
wow, that's crazy.
That's almost a decade.
Wasn't there
since all 3 of those
wasn't the
teams
Chiefs?
lost.
Wasn't there something about first time losing back to back too in like a certain amount of
Oh
time?
yeah.
Or was it was it somebody? There was
No,
some
it
stat
was
about
the
losing
Chiefs.
back
It
to
was,
back.
First time losing back to back in like 3 or
3
4
years, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Lot. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Times are changing, man. Chiefs are getting older.
Last game,
More
2,
washed.
like we said, 2 on Monday night. Bears, Commanders finish it off this week.
Great
Give me
game.
Bears.
Touched on it.
Bears
I
are
think it's
back,
going to be a
baby.
great game. I'm going to stick with the Bears, though.
Fuck the
I'm gonna go
Commanders.
Commanders.
I will stick with the Bears.
Give
We
me-
got Bears, Commanders.
Give me the Bears.
Like we always do, I am 4-1 after last week, so I've been doing pretty good. I don't think we have anyone undefeated.
I'm in rock cash. For me.
He did.
Finally.
He did. This week, though, I am going to go St. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, over 75.5 receiving yards against the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to have to. It's highest point total. He gets fed the ball with 10-plus targets a game.
Yep.
He catches damn near everything.
You know, I'm kind of thinking about it too, though. You see the Lions, like they are kind of that. I want to kind of compare them a little bit to how Miami was a couple of years ago when they would just stomp on bad teams, and then they would struggle against good football teams. And I feel like we see that with the Lions a little bit. So if the Chiefs are on their game, I think it could go the other way too. So It's going to be. I think that game is honestly the hardest one to call besides the Bears.
Well, and there's a reason why I think it's
is,
the highest scoring total of the week. But yes, I do like Amon-Ra St. Brown to get over 75.5. He's been balling out this year.
Yep. Well, for my bet of the week, it's like Vegas didn't even look at who the Chargers were playing this week. It's like the Chargers are playing the Dolphins. So it's like, yeah, they're just handing out free fantasy points to the opponents. And Quentin Johnston is sitting at 60 receiving yards. I think he can get that in one catch, especially against the Dolphins. I know they have Minka back there playing deep, but I do think Quentin Johnston is a part of the game plan a lot now that Hampton is out. I think they'll probably still run the ball a bit, but I just think, Johnston, if it's not because they're up by a lot and he falls out of the game plan, he's a part of why they're up a lot in the first half.
They just have so many. Those are just tough because the Chargers have so many options with receivers. That's where I just get iffy.
They do,
and I think
it's him or McConkey or
Keenan Allen, brother.
Keenan Allen's been
playing good. He had a slow last week, but I mean he's been playing good.
No, I think he gets over the mark. I think he'll probably finish with like 70 to 80 yards, maybe even.
Wasn't
100.
that his first? Last week was his First bad week. Quentin Johnson,
Yes,
right?
yes.
He was killing
That's
it.
also why I'm taking him too.
Yeah,
just 'cause
he's
he
gonna
had an
bounce
off
back.
week.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins, their secondary is very, very hurt, banged up.
Yeah,
Mika's kind of Fitzpatrick. He's the only one kind of back there. But I like that.
he is pretty much the only one.
But they're going to have to throw the ball too because their running backs have just.
Man, I feel bad.
Naturally, they're going to have to kind of transition to a more pass-heavy team.
They are. I think Ladd could end up having a big game too. Maybe I should have bet on him.
I feel bad for my boy Minka, bro. He's probably sitting there like,
Minka.
fuck, man, I wish I was still in Pittsburgh.
Dude, they're not even using Jonnu Smith. Like that made no sense.
Actually, no, they are.
Are they
the
a
first,
little bit?
especially the first two games.
But I mean, you've got Fryermuth and Darnell
They
Washington.
are. You know who they're
so
not
it's-
using is Fryermuth.
Fryermuth. Maybe
Fryermuth had 0 last week.
Damn. Maybe it just
0.
sucks. But no,
Darnell Washington got the most attention last week. Sorry.
Dude, I actually really like Darnell.
Why would you not throw it to the 6'9", 270
Well, especially when
guy?
Rodgers can give him a good fade ball. Like it's
No, who can guard that? Nobody.
No one.
literally-
All you have to do is this.
Without
It's my favorite
without
whenever he
committing
gets a
penalty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's literally my favorite.
Yeah.
But now onto our cut bet of the week. This is our final segment on episode 59. We're almost at 60 episodes. That's crazy to think about. But
Wow.
Cut Bet of the week. As I stated before, Cut Bet is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that allows its users to wager directly with other users on any publicly verifiable result in sports, entertainment, politics, and more. Cut users set the terms of any wager they make, and the possibilities really are endless. Stop talking, though, and start competing against your friends and us to prove who really knows what they're talking about. And our bet this week is Bengals 14.5. Or 14, really. So if you think the Bengals are going to lose by more than 2 touchdowns in an NFL game, put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah.
Just let us know.
You don't see numbers like this at all in the NFL,
That's
and when
crazy.
you do, I think it's always
14.
good
Yeah.
value.
They were only 10.5 against the Lions last week.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah. So I like Bengals.
Who are they playing again?
Who? The Bengals? Packers.
Packers. Oh, yeah. I
Joe
love that.
Flacco, I'm banking on you doing, not only do I think you're going to cover, I think you're going to outright win and be just a Chicago hero and beat Green Bay twice in the same year.
Don't make me spit out my water, dude.
Oh man, like I hope it happens. It would just be so fun.
It would be
just
cool.
watch the
be
Packers
pretty fun.
collapse.
I hate the Packers
after
too.
2 years of Super Bowl hope or 2 weeks of Super Bowl hopes. God, man, it'd just be so sweet.
Hey, we all fell for it too.
We did.
I fell for it.
I fell for it too.
After they smacked the Lions like that, I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
Yep.
You know,
It
you know what?
reminded
The
me.
crazy stat I saw actually the other day: Jamar Chase has more tackles than Micah Parsons.
He does.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, they're still ramping up Micah Parsons, but he has not been the
No.
what he was supposed to
Yeah,
be when you
Mr.
traded
Micah
for him.
didn't even put TJ Watt on his top 5 edge rushers, and you got 4 tackles, buddy. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And your boy Myles Garrett, 0 pressure, 0 sacks, 0 everything last week. Yeah. Shut up to you too, bitch.
That's going to wrap up episode 59. Thank you again, Flynn, for sharing his trip to Ireland.
Yes.
Thanks for having
coming
me.
in and talking
Absolutely.
sports with us. We know you love doing
love
it. But yes, no, episode 59, KUTT Bet, Bengals plus 14.5. You think they're going to lose by more than 2 touchdowns?
Yeah. Just
Let us know.
Send us
Put
your
your
money.
money where
Let
your
us
mouth
know
is.
any big games that we're missing about, any injuries, any players to watch out for fantasy wise. I hope everyone's fantasy team is still doing okay injury wise. Mine is still
Trying to get there.
trucking along.
Yeah, I've been lucky with injuries.
I've been pretty lucky
I've been
too.
pretty lucky
The only
too.
one I have is I had Hampton in one league, so that kind of sucks. And then I had Bucky Irving in another.
Oh.
It was the only 2 that I have kind of taken a hit from.
I have Bowers
But other
in
than
2
that,
leagues.
I've been smoothing.
Hell yeah.
So, but yes, no,
Smooth
episode
sailing.
56 or 59. Thank you again, Flynn. Don't forget,
Thank
like,
you, guys.
subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and we will. Oh, and then thank you, Oregon,
Yes.
to our Oregon.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to wear this the rest of the day.
Yeah, Dylan's gonna wear that the rest
I've
of
got
the
some
day.
He kept it
meetings
on
to
the
go
whole
to.
time.
We'll
Here.
put all the Oregon stuff up.
Yep.
So thank you again for that, and yeah, we will see you guys next time.
It's been
yeah.
real, guys.